Welcome to part 2 of week 2. This is Marilyn Arnone again. What do we mean by instructional analysis? Instructional analysis, sometimes referred to as task analysis, is a procedure to identify the knowledge and skills that are necessary to achieve a clearly stated instructional goal. So you can see why this step follows step 1, where we already completed our needs assessment and articulated our instructional goal or goals. The focus here is on you as the instructor and what you'll need in order to teach a concept, principle, skill, or procedure. It is a step-by-step breakdown of what's necessary to achieve your goal. It's an important step that you will relate back to in future steps. Instructional designer and online teacher Diane Kovacs emphasizes that there is a direct correlation between your Step 2 instructional analysis and your Step 4 learning outcomes. Step 2 maps to Step 4. Additionally, by creating a good outline of what needs to be accomplished here in Step 2, you will be helped immensely in Step 5 with your instructional strategies planning. Let's assume that you're going to teach a process or procedure. We'll need to first break down the content and look for logical steps. Next, it will be helpful for you to diagram those steps as if you're creating a flow chart. You can do that on the computer, or sometimes I like to just get a large piece of paper and rough it out by hand to start with. With complex content or procedures, you'll need to take each of those logical steps and break them down into the subordinate knowledge and skills that would be necessary in order for the learner to fulfill each of the steps. Now let's assume that we're going to introduce new content of a conceptual nature. We can still use diagramming to break it down. Our diagram could take a hierarchical approach with the general concepts a learner needs to know and branching off into more specific concepts right down to the individual activities that will help the learner acquire the new conceptual knowledge. An example of a top-level bare-bones outline for a course on information literacy could be: define information literacy, establish the usefulness of information literacy, have students select a research topic applicable to their needs in one of their courses, demonstrate a process for determining the need for information, provide ways of accessing information effectively and efficiently, equip students with evaluation skills, establish guidelines for ethical use of information. Each of the above must be broken down into learning subtasks and sub-subtasks. For example, number 5 would involve showing students how to use keywords and other metadata fields, how to implement different search strategies, how to differentiate between primary and secondary sources, and so on. However, this outline is at top level at this point. To summarize, when you conduct your instructional analysis, you will be building an outline of each step of instruction and what it will take to achieve the goal of instruction. However, it's still basic and will be fleshed out in Step 5.